Good morning, students. So today I am here to discuss class 7th biology chapter 1, and in that we are going to discuss part 2 of this chapter, as first part has been already uploaded. So the chapter name is our plant tissue. So tissues can be defined as a group of cells more or less alike in size and shape, performing the same function and having a common origin. In multicellular plant such as herbs, shrubs, and trees, different type of tissues combine to form complex plant organ such as leaves, stem, roots, flowers, and fruit. The tissues in the plant body can be broadly classified into two groups: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So, meristematic tissue is a group of actively dividing cell mainly located at the growing tip of the root, stem, and leaves. The study of tissues and their function is known as histology. So, meristematic tissues are of three types. They are apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. Now, permanent tissues, so they develop from the new cells formed by the division of meristematic tissue. The cells of permanent tissues are much larger and do not divide further. Hence, they are called permanent tissue. Permanent tissue can be classified into two main types: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So simple permanent tissue have been discussed in the first part. So now today we are going to discuss that is complex permanent tissue, then xylem and phloem. So now complex permanent tissue. They are made up of more than one type of cells which perform together as a unit. Their main function is to conduct water and food material to the different part of the plant. Therefore, they are also called conducting tissue or vascular tissues. In fact, the plant xylem conduct water and dissolve minerals in a one-way direction, that is from root to different plant parts, and phloem conduct prepared food in two-way direction from leaves to different plant parts and vice versa. Now next, complex permanent tissues are of two types. So that already we know that are xylem and phloem. So now from these two we are going to discuss first of all about xylem. So xylem is the water conducting tissue of the plant. It conduct water and dissolve minerals from the root to the various part of the plant. It also provides support to different plant parts. Next, the xylem consists of four type of cells. So these are tracheids, basal element, xylem parenchyma, xylem fiber. Function now. It is responsible for the upward movement of water and dissolve mineral from root to leaves. Next point, the lignified cell wall of xylem tissue provide mechanical support to different part of the plant body. Now next that we are going to read is about the phloem. So phloem is found in all part of the plant. It is made of living tubular cells which provide passage for downward movement of food prepared by the leaves to other part of the plant. The phloem consists of sieve tubes, companion cell, phloem parenchyma, phloem fiber. Except the phloem fibers, all the phloem cells are living in nature. In all the cells of the phloem, sieve tubes work as a conducting channel. Now next is xylem and phloem difference between them. So now we are going to study the difference between xylem and phloem. So first part of that, these are water conducting tissues conducting water and dissolve mineral from the root to the aerial part of the plant, while phloem first part, these are food conducting tissues transporting prepared food from the leaves to the other part of the plant. Now second point of the xylem, they consist of tracheid, vessel, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers, while the phloem consists of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. So the third point of the xylem, except xylem parenchyma, all the xylem components are dead, while phloem, except phloem fibers, all the phloem components are living cell in nature. So this is the table. You can see all the topic, whatever we have discussed in this chapter. So they have described with the help of a table. So as you can see, plant tissue. So it get divided into two parts, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So meristematic tissue, they are called as actively dividing cells, while permanent tissues, so these cells are that cannot be divided as we compare to the meristematic tissue. Now apical meristem, as you know, meristematic tissue, can see it get divided into three types: apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem. So apical meristem, plant increase in length, while in lateral you can see plant increase in diameter, and in intercalary meristem increase in length of the plant organ. So all the three parts shows different types of length. One is showing the increase in length, and another one shows increase in diameter, another shows increase in length of the plant organ. But apical meristem is found at the tip of shoot and the root, while lateral meristem is found beneath the bark and the side portions of the shoot and the roots, and intercalary is found at the base of the internodes. Now, permanent tissues. So they are divided into two parts: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So simple permanent tissue provide mechanical support, while complex permanent tissue transport food and water. So simple permanent tissues, now you can see again divided into three parts: parenchyma tissue, collenchyma tissue, sclerenchyma tissue. So parenchyma is thin walled living cells, while collenchyma tissue elongated cell thicket at the corner, and sclerenchyma tissue, they are long, narrow, and thick cell. As you can see in your book also, one table is given on page number 6, table 1.2. So all these three, parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma, has been difference has been given there. Comparison has been done on all the three permanent tissues of simple permanent tissues. Now parenchyma tissue, you can see it has been divided into two parts: photosynthetic parenchyma and storage parenchyma. So these two are just they have given, but it's not a part of our syllabus. Now come to complex permanent tissues. So they are divided into xylem tissue and phloem tissues. So xylem carry water and mineral from the root to different plant part, as we have discussed in this topic only. Phloem tissues carry prepared food by the leaves to other part plants and vice versa. So now you can see in your book on page number 9, one difference between is given between meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So meristematic tissue, it is composed of small, spherical, and undifferentiated cells, while permanent tissue composed of large, differentiated cells which are of different shape. Now meristematic tissue, second point, the cell have dense cytoplasm and while the permanent tissues, the cell of living permanent tissues have large centrally located vacuoles. Third point, cell wall is thin and elastic, while permanent tissue cell wall is thick. Meristematic tissue, it is simple tissue, while permanent tissue it is simple, complex, or specialized. And in meristematic, if we read the point, cell are living in nature, while permanent tissue cell may be living or dead. So this the thing which I read, that was that one difference between meristematic and permanent. It is very important, you should learn, and this much only in this chapter. Thank you, students.